Guys, I don't know. So I started a video earlier, but then I started getting a call, FaceTime call on my iPad. And I was saying that I am so excited to talk to you guys. I haven't been on here for a while. As you know, it's because I have gotten into union. I've been really occupied with life and just everything, balancing everything out. Although it's energy you're used to, it's still very new energy, and it throws you off. I haven't had the energy or time, but it's been about a month since I've gotten into it. A little bit more than a month. And I'm doing everything I need to be myself, right? Finally, again. Not being thrown off as much anymore, which is this, being here for you guys, being there with you guys. So I'm really excited about that. So I got two new decks. The first is the Divine Feminine Oracle. I love this. I actually pulled an Oracle deck for each of my roommates. They're girls, and every single time I got the Lilith card, which is interesting because I was talking to some of my friends about Lilith earlier and just kind of feeling her presence. For those of you who don't know, Lilith is known through Christianity to be a demon, but through Judaism is known to be Adam's first wife, and just someone who stood up for herself. So the way you want to take it is up to your own interpretation, your own faith, whatever you lean most against. But I do recommend looking her up and know that you're protected always, that you are loved, protected, guided, and learning about things will never hurt you, but losing your light will, right? You are being filled with light. You are the lighter twin. I didn't even understand the meaning of quote-unquote being the lighter twin till this time union. Quite something. And yeah, but so excited to talk to you guys. So excited for everything. For whatever messages are gonna come through. All of it. Very excited. Okay, hopefully I won't get any miscellaneous FaceTime calls or anything on my iPad and have to restart Okay. Alright. These are the decks. I'm being guided to first pull from here. And then I'll go with my gut and see what I should go to depending on what comes out. Okay. Alright guys, can you see? How is the lighting? Let me open the blinds a little more. It's time. There we go. A little better. There's a kitty. Do you guys want to see my new kitty? Oh. He made his way into a box. This is my new kitty. He's real cute. I know. He's awesome. He's super smart. Okay. Now you go down. He's gonna make his way back into that box probably. Okay, so the light, self-love, definitely already came out. Oh, those two cards flipped off in the masculine. Something about masculine sovereignty, masculine coming into who he is. Following his own light, following his guidance, his calling, who he is. Strengthening his feminine side. Sometimes when your twin needs strengthening of his feminine side, you need strengthening of your masculine side. I was actually thinking about this morning, how I've been, when I'm with my twin, my energy is very balanced when I'm alone, but with him, it becomes more of like a stronger feminine energy, and his more masculine energy, more action-based and stuff, and mine becomes more like receiving-based, being-based. And that's good till you're around each other too much and it kind of starts to filter into your life. It throws you off, it shakes you up, and then the feminine starts to lose sight of her higher feminine side and the masculine of his higher masculine side, his confidence, his strength-based side. And when he loses that predominant nature, then the feminine starts to lose the empress within her and becomes just a like princess kind of a thing. So both twins need to be balanced, but he is known to be the darker twin, more susceptible, quote unquote. The feminine less susceptible, but also susceptible. But the fall of the feminine is the fall of them both. The fall of the masculine doesn't have to be the fall of them both. The feminine has to be the anchor. That's just something that I've been feeling and kind of learned, so I wanted to share that with you. I hope it resonates, and if it doesn't, action-based energy. The feminine needing to go into it. If it doesn't, comment below. Maybe I can explain better next time or whatever. Again, spiritual balance. Sorry. So, turns out I actually have cat allergies. I know, and I just got a kitten too. But it's fine. It kind of comes in waves. Like, whenever the weather's really changing, then my allergies will kick in, especially to the cat. And then when the weather's more stable, I don't feel anything at all. But other than that, I'm like sniffing. I'm not sniffing, I'm like sneezing and all that stuff. But I'm not even going outside. I'm just mostly with my cat because of how busy I am, staying inside doing homework, or if I go drive around to make money, because I work part-time DoorDash other than being a student. I take the cat. Okay, enough about me. What wants to come out? Balance, being almost there, different things that make you happy, being a visionary, leaving the small details to others. Focus on where you're going instead of where you're at. Be the visionary, be in your power, see your light, let it guide you. Don't let everyday 3D things come in the way of that. Say your ascension and union is right there. Then there's a past, there's heartbreak, there's everyday things that are just reflected back to you as a source of what you're holding on to. You have to block those out, clear those out, know they mean nothing. Not only know they mean nothing, but kind of ignore them. Okay, you have to look at it as illusion. Every feeling you feel as an illusion of what there truly is. You have to stick to the 5D so strongly. This card wanted to come out. Oh, intuition versus illusion. A need to embrace your feminine side. The King of Cups. It's safe to love and to trust. I think this has to do with yourself first and foremost. Know that nothing you can do is making a wrong move. How can you offer the pentacle to yourself? What offerings can you make to yourself? Where are you holding back? Where are you in this energy of this or that kind of a thing? What conditions are you placing on what you receive? Let the card go within. It's not in your true nature to be without love at any time, unconditional love, no matter where you're at. You have an ego death to know that no matter where you're at, you are always a receiver of love and a giver of love. You're an unconditional vessel for love, no matter where you're at, what you're going through, what you've just done. Even if you've done the most heinous thing ever, God does not limit his love to you. Love is not limited. And that will help you come into balance. Practice unconditional love. See what you're putting limits on, what you're putting conditions on. Hey, kitty. And work towards it. Work towards your abundance. Stop putting limits on it. The second you keep on moving forward and stop putting limitations on yourself, everything does flow in. And sometimes it's not in the way you may imagine. So there's this energy of holding back. What are you holding back on? I'm not gonna lie, I got to this place where I was feeling very whole, very happy in everything I did. I didn't want anything negative from anyone, and I started dating right before my twin came in. He just landed in my lap. So, karmic balance, exactly. Sorry, the cat. Okay, kitty, come on. Sorry about that. So, Yeah, you want attention? You want attention? Okay, so, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Threw him onto the bed. Okay, the devil and justice. You purring? Okay, the devil and justice. Karmic justice. Justice to how you're treating yourself, whatever karma is present in your life that you're reliving out, thinking that it's not the time for love, thinking that love only comes a certain way. Ending that. Death. Revelations. Tower. Anything else that needs to come through? Cutting it out. Cutting out all the bullshit for yourself. Cutting out the low vibes. Exactly. Taking the pentacle. How are you going to offer it to yourself? Take it for yourself. Remember, it's all energy. You are your twin. I'm not saying your twin isn't going to come do this for you, but your approach is off, is what this is saying. This is for someone. Ace of Swords. Queen of Cups. Your truth in the way you love yourself. Your truth. Standing in your truth when it comes to loving yourself. Not just love, but unconditional love. Knowing who you are. Taking a step back. Queen of Swords. To love yourself. But this doesn't mean choosing something else. This means choosing yourself in your truest form. Not putting conditions on the love you give yourself. This doesn't mean choosing between yourself and your masculine. Choosing yourself is choosing your masculine. But it's just choosing yourself wholly. Your masculine comes only when you choose yourself wholly. Put emphasis on yourself and how you can make your life be the life you want right now, right here. Instead of putting limitations on maybe I'm not ready, maybe this isn't ready. You're blinding yourself from all the good things trying to come in. You're blindsiding yourself. Overthinking. Okay. Exactly. It can come in with love. You just need to follow your intuition to be able to create. Alright, so that's a message that I really, really wanted to come through. The wheel. Okay. Things are turning, things will turn. Okay. So, any information you want to tell us about the masculine, anything related to him, what he's working on, what's going on in his life, anything that can help reinforce these ladies' and men's intuitions if they are in the feminine energy, or a divine being, him or herself, who is in the masculine energy and looks towards this. What is going on with the masculine energy? Union, making an offer, trusting, being hesitant about making an offer, the queen being in her power, completely sensible. What else is going on in his energy? Can you give us clarifiers? Same cards as came out for the feminine. Okay, how to come in with the love, the light within him, balance, letting go of small details of letting go of the small details, working on the bigger picture, not holding on to the illusions, holding on to their intuition, marching forward, even when nothing seems to be paying off. Stop looking at the reward. Know that your present is the reward. Be so fulfilled and bring in love in every single way that you are not giving yourself love because you think your masculine is supposed to. Holding a space for him when he is not there is reinforcing him not being there. Hi, kitty. Cat's on my head, guys. I wish I could show you, but when I'm driving, he likes to just come sit on my head sometimes. Exactly. Communication comes through. How can I love myself? things shift. Okay, so where exactly is the masculine at right now? Oh, forward movement. Cutting things out. Cutting what out? Blindsiding himself. His way of life, toxic behaviors. A sense of waiting, maybe waiting for things to change. Which the feminine's doing too. Stop waiting. Be in your action-based energy. Lovers. Being blindsided about the lovers. Romantically. Okay, let's see. Holding back when it comes to moving forward, almost being there. His trust, his faith. This is a reflection of not being able to walk confidently into the unknown. Same with the feminine as she holds on to the masculine, walking forward, again, spiritually walking forward into the unknown. This means being open to dating, being open to different things. Being sneaky with yourself, exactly. Okay, I think some of these feminines would like to know specifics of what's going on with their masculine. Okay, ascension, strength, justice, conflict, burdens. So there's a sense of growth. There's a sense of so much, little by little, climbing this hard to climb ladder, but there's also a sense of having his feet in a place where they don't belong, having his toes, holding on to something that doesn't belong, not going completely in, which you're doing as well. Yes, you are faithful. Yes, you are that. But why do you think that being conditional with yourself, not giving you that love right now, not taking a leap, putting conditions on the way you receive is a good thing? Why do you think that'll be helpful? Again, this card came out, the Visionary. The King of Wands is someone who leaves the details to others and focuses on experience. What experience can you derive? How can you stop putting limitations on the life you are living? Keep living. Don't let yourself not live. Let's take the top card here. Exactly, 9 of Cups. Hangman, observing from all angles, and bottom. 5 of Cups. Pay attention to your feelings. Pay attention to what you're depriving of yourself. Some people may be doing all the right things spiritually, but still feel like something's wrong, still feel like they're breaking down. You are too much in your feminine power, your feminine energy. You're not being in your living energy at all. If you're not balanced, even though you're so strong and firm in all these ways, how can you expect your masculine, the darker twin, the follower twin, to follow if you're not going to take the leap? Again, you don't have to do this. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to listen to me. This is something that, yes, I have lived out and I have seen, but this is something that resonates with me today too. This is an energy I'm out of balance with since my masculine came in, so I'm continuing on this journey with you guys. It doesn't stop just like that. Calling in my abundance. I'm gonna go with this deck. Don't know why. Bottom of the deck, decision. Release yourself from that which holds you back, a need to detox, a necessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. Don't allow the limitations of what certain readers seem to say is make you think you're not getting into union. The only way you can do that is being fear-based, not being unconditional with yourself. Yes, you have to heal. Yes, you have to acknowledge your patterns, but you also have to learn self-love. And it's good to be in hermit mode, but at one point you have to break out of that cocoon. You can't keep living in the cocoon. You have to be willing to be a butterfly. You can't expect your masculine to come open it or slice it open right when you're turning into a butterfly. You can't have expectations like that. You can't have... You shouldn't be looking for wholeness in anything outside of yourself. What needs to come through? The Empress. Time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded. Luxurious or abundant resources. Time to act upon your plans. There is so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan, being watched over by someone kind. Make a wish. Dreams become reality. A joyful time of life. An exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review context or documents very thoroughly. Don't worry and don't think that you don't have what it takes. You are at this stage. This is confirmation. You're supposed to move forward and level up. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans. Again, new plans, new plans, new plans, new plans, new plans. Make a detailed plan. Time to act upon your plans. An exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. New plans. Again, here. Make bold and ambitious choices. Exactly, again. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. Okay, for some of you, this is mission work, and for some of you, it's literally just living. You can't only be one part of yourself, which is your mission-oriented self. You need to balance that energy out. That is your feminine energy. This is why the feminine is the spiritual driving force, because she's 60% of the feminine energy, and the masculine is only 40% of the feminine energy. The masculine is the darker twin. He is the follower twin. Not all males in twin flame relationships are masculines, but some are. Most are. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success, using resources wisely. New beginnings, starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past, letting go. Take this as your new beginning. Stay in this new beginning energy. And while you're doing that, don't forget to live a little, laugh a little, dance a little. What can you do for yourself that you haven't been doing? What'll make you feel beautiful and sexy and amazing in all these different ways? What limitations are you putting on yourself? You have invested wisely. Have patience and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. Every single card that's coming out is telling you to make a new plan. You're at the next level. You can manifest the life you want. What you need will successfully appear. Successful beginnings. You just need to make a plan. You need to take a plunge towards. Let's take this. It's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun. That's what I'm saying. You need to bring another action-based energy into your life, and not just from your masculine. Knight of Swords, action-based energy, most action-based energy card. Time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotion. Sudden changes. Okay. What I'm going to pull from now... No, I'm not going to pull from this right now. I'm going to take these, put them away. I'm going to take some of the native spirit cards, see if there's any guidance or anything that comes through. Hey, kitty. Are there any messages that need to come through? Okay, that feels right. Okay. Freedom horse. Being free. Medicine woman, medicine man. and Trickster. Okay. We'll start with Trickster. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna start with Trickster. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prop the card up so you can look at it while I am reading about it. Okay, perfect. Just focus in on it. Perfect. Okay, Trickster. Things are not as they seem. Something that seems bad may in fact be good and vice versa. Don't take everything at face value. Look beneath the surface. This card encourages you to try finding humor or gentle amusement in seemingly difficult situations. It also encourages you to have irrepressible fun. Step out of the mold. Do you hear this? Things that may seem bad aren't necessarily bad. Again, I kept on talking about intuition versus illusion. Then I kept on saying you have to focus on what you do have and get into the vibration of I have everything I need and nothing that I don't. And don't focus on anything outside of you. Your biggest desire should be to make your life as beautiful and abundant as possible and not put conditions on the ways you will be doing that, and you can do that. Not be giving power to only certain relationships and only certain things. Again, that does not limit or change what will come in for you. But it does limit and change you being you. You're telling the universe, I don't want love if I don't get it this way. But you can get the same kind of love in so many different ways. Why wouldn't you want all the abundance? Why are you putting limitations on yourself? Putting conditions and limitations on yourself shows greed, a lack of having, a lack of contentment. And that is not wholeness. It is not unity-based thinking. And I hope that makes sense. It also encourages you to have irrepressible fun. Step out of the mold. Your native spirit wants you to know that in indigenous traditions, there is a concept of the tricksters. In Native American traditions, the trickster is often depicted as a wily coyote, but sometimes the trickster is a human called Heyoka. There is a light-hearted, fun aspect of the trickster, but there is also the caution to tread carefully because things are not always as they seem. Be discerning. Be discerning, especially when it comes to listening to readers, listening to other people in the community. Be observant, see what works, see what doesn't, but also trust your intuition, and don't let fear be masked as your intuition. No way of self-love is ever going to come in the way of you getting everything that is meant for you. In Native America, there is a light-hearted, fun aspect of the trickster, but there's also the caution to tread carefully because things are not always as they seem. Be discerning. What appears to be a good opportunity may in fact not be. The wonderful aspect of this card choosing you is that it offers the opportunity to step out of your old, outmoded ways of perceiving yourself. It allows you to see yourself in an entirely new way and asks you to step out of old routines and habits that might be keeping you stagnant. It might sound very strange, but the easiest way to activate the energy of this card is to howl like a coyote. If you can, it's even better to do it during the light of the full moon. This breaks up stagnant energies and brings in fresh vitality. Ha! There's a cat on my face. Come on, get down. Get down. Get down. Just kidding. He's not getting down. Okay. Freedom Horse. It's the next card. Let your spirit fly. Do not hold back. Break free and express yourself. Flaunt your stuff. Dance, laugh, explore, and go beyond predictable behavior. See again, make new plans. Get out of your rut. You don't need to fit the mold. Be daring. Fling your arms into the heavens. Enjoy. Your native spirit wants you to know that the horse allowed the natives of the Americas and Mongolia to travel great distances with ease. The horse also carried their supplies, which additionally granted freedom to those ancient people. This card shows you to remind yourself that you aren't here to be ordinary, but to step beyond limitations and self-imposed boundaries, conditions you put on the love you give yourself. Don't allow yourself to be trapped by convention or the expectations of others. There's so much projection in the twin flame community that you guys really don't seem to understand. There's so many people telling you how to do it, how to live it, but really it's so simple and it's made to be so complicated. Don't allow yourself to be trapped by convention or the expectations of others. You have the ability to choose your life on your terms. Replace the phrase I should with I could, but I choose not to at this time. Perhaps you aren't always free to create the exact circumstances of your life, but you're certainly able to decide what meaning to give those situations. Select meanings that empower you, for this is a time to break free. The way you use your body can change your state. Put on music and dance with wild abandon, and as you do so, this sends a powerful message to your subconscious that you are indeed truly free. What does freedom mean to you? What in what I've said has incited fear in you? That should show you something. Medicine, woman, and man. Profound inner and outer healing is occurring. You're a natural healer. You're on the mend, and or a situation is being resolved. Have faith that it's happening. You're a sacred healer. You're a medicine, woman, or man of the soul. Every indigenous culture has a tradition of healers. Depending on the culture, they're called medicine men, women, shamans, tohangas, kahunas, sangomas, or curanderos, among others. In every tradition, there are the individuals who are able to step between the worlds to gain information, wisdom, and healing energies from their spirit allies. When this card chooses you, you're at the advent of healing emotional, physical, and mental wounds. Additionally, a powerful healing force is activating within you, that of being free. Nature is one of our greatest healers, so spend time with the trees, soak up the rays of the sun, and dance in the rain. Everything in nature has the intrinsic ability to restore itself. You're a part of the natural world, so you have this innate ability. Often healing needs to occur on the inner planes before it can manifest on the outside. To assist this process, focus on what's great and let go of what isn't working. Hold a vision of the solution that you desire, be patient, and trust that recovery is occurring in its own time and way. I hope that brought some clarity to you. I'm going to pull something from the Divine Feminine Oracle deck. See who's coming through, whose energy really feels like it's their time to shine during this reading. Okay, who's coming through? Who's coming through for this collective? Anybody else? One last time. Green Tara, the enlightened Buddha of enlightened action. My soul informs my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. The Buddha of enlightened action. Oh my God, exactly. I am a warrior of love, the warrior saint. My devotion attracts resources and support. Know who you are, but also have action. Mistress of the labyrinth, Ariadne. My soul knows the way, and the only way out is through. Okay, so let me get the book for this, and then we will start reading. Ariadne. Oh, this is the wrong book. Hold on. My Feminine Oracle deck. Come on, where did it go? Give me a sec. Oh, there she is. You know, in the beginning of this book, they have a whole few pages on why they didn't make a glossary or like an index or anything for us to be able to see page numbers they're all on. So I have to go through the book every single time. It might take a minute. But they do that so that you look through the book, and anything that catches your eye, you look at it, because there might be a message for you. But today I'm just sticking to these. Might be a little while. I'm so sorry, guys. Maybe I should make myself a little glossary or index. Maybe online someone put page numbers, got irritated, and was like, you know what, I'm gonna make page numbers. Oh, found one. Okay, so first one, I'm gonna use this again. Green Tara. Green Tara. The Buddha of enlightened action, my soul informs my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. She embodies the emboldened state that overcomes fear and allows us to take action on what we know is right. What was I telling you guys? Tara is a female Buddha in the Vajrayana Buddhist tradition. Sorry for my pronunciation. She's known as the mother of liberation. Of liberation, of freedom, guys. Oh my god. Because her name is derived from the root to cross. She assists all beings in crossing the ocean of suffering into liberation. According to the Tara Tantra, eons ago, she incarnated as a king's daughter. She showed such spiritual excellence and such profound compassion that she impressed a group of monks. They told her that they would pray for her to be reborn a man so that she could reach enlightenment. She responded by enlightening them. She told them there's no such thing as male and female. The ideas, projections, and expectations that we superimpose onto the male form and the female form are not real. They're contrived. Form is emptiness, and emptiness is form. Tara vowed then and there, before all the monks, that she would remain a female Buddha for all lifetimes until all beings were liberated from the illusion that a person's sex determines their ability to become enlightened. She has 4 different types of enlightened activity and divine attributions, depicted symbolically through the colors of red, white, black, yellow, and green. She is her embodiment of compassionate action or enlightened action. Her green color signifies vigor or vitality. Her mudra also represents vitality and the purity of her action life force, the prana mudra. She is the action we take from a deeply rooted place within our heart. She is the energy that seeks to act in enlightenment with what will free us as we liberate others. When your soul selects her card, she is that sacred nudge to get moving, to do what it is that your soul compels you to do. Don't sit with an idea or a project any longer, take action on it. Don't think about a friend who keeps coming into your heart. Go bring her dark chocolate or send her a love letter. Don't wait to express your love to someone that you've needed to. Go now, tell the truth. Let your feet be moved by what has been caged within you. Let your wisdom shift into inspired action. She is the message that the time for action is now. There's nothing to wait for, and no person you need to become before doing what you've come here to do. Start small. Let the soul lead, not the ego. It is not the grandeur of the gesture or effort. It's the amount of love something is done with that ever matters. There are so many injustices in the world, so much suffering, that it's easy to get stuck in the molasses of helplessness. The brilliant Burmese diplomat Aung San Suu Kyi says, if you're feeling helpless, help someone. Green Tara is about aligning what moves us to tears with compassionate action. She's a push to do something, anything that might alleviate the suffering of others. In the process of taking action with love and from love, we also liberate ourselves. Soul voice meditation. What does my soul want me to take action on right now? If an answer that pops up to your head scares you, that is a limitation. My soul informs my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. Okay, that's card 1. I'm going to keep on seeing which card comes up next and go based on that. Of the 2 that are still left. Okay, my Bago. The Warrior Saint. I am a warrior of love. My devotion attracts resources and support. Give me a second. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Sorry. My Bago represents the otherworldly courage and resourcefulness that comes with deep devotion and commitment. She was born in the 17th century in what is now known as Amritsar, Punjab, at the time of the 10th Guru, Guru Gobind Singh. He was raised a devout Sikh and was trained by her father to use a sword so that she could uphold the Sikh tenet to defend but not attack. When she was a young woman, her village was threatened by Mughal forces. She heard that the Khalsa, or the warrior saints appointed by the Guru to defend the Sikhs, had defected and were fleeing back to their villages. Mai Bhago took her sword and went village to village, convincing the warrior saints to go back and protect the Guru from advancing Mughal army. Protect the Guru from the advancing Mughal army. She gathered 40 men to fight with her, and on December 29, 1705, the small courageous band of Sikh warriors rushed out to protect the legacy of their religion in the Battle of Muktsar with Mai Bhago as their leader. Mai was the only one to survive. Guru Gobind Singh blessed these 40 men and declared them Chali Mukti, the 40 liberated ones. Mai became the Guru's personal bodyguard and dressed in men's attire until she retired and spent her last years immersed in meditation. She is considered a great Sikh warrior saint. The house where she spent her last years in meditation has been converted into a Gurdwara, a Sikh place of worship. Sikh as in S-I-K-H. There you go, it's focusing in on it. Her sword and musket are on display as saint relics and as symbols of the fierce courage Mai displayed out of her devotion to the Guru. She saved the Sikh religion from extinction. When your soul selects her card, devotion grounds us and allows us to see just how many resources are available to us, and devotion elevates our perception so that the spiritual realm can infuse us with light, strength, and energy that is greater than our own. Devotion is the action we feel compelled to take that demonstrates our commitment to love. The power of Mai Bhago's devotion kept the Sikh religion alive. The task seemed impossible. 46 against the whole Mughal army. But what has never happened before becomes possible through true devotion and the force of pure love. Mai is the warrior saint that reminds us to become fully devoted to what we love. The courage isn't an effort. And what you love, a part of it should be yourself and your experience. It isn't something we have to cultivate. Courage is what commitment to love bestows to us. Devote yourself fully to what's at hand, to what's in your heart, and the strength, the support, and the courage to complete the task will rise to meet you. Soul Voice Meditation. What am I committed to with my entire being? What voice came on inside my head that I wanted to shun? I am a warrior of love. My devotion attracts resources and support. Ariadne, mistress of the labyrinth. My soul knows the way, and the only way out is through. Ariadne. Ariadne represents the love and support available to us when we dare be courageous. Oh my god, these are all so linked together. Ariadne is known to be both a Greek goddess and the human daughter of Minos, king of Crete. Her father put her in charge of the labyrinth, where 7 human sacrifices were made every 7 years to appease the Minotaur who lived within it. The Minotaur had the head of a bull and the body of a man. He preyed on those who got lost in the dark. Sometimes, when there is stagnancy and there isn't forward movement, you will find yourself lost in the dark. One year, a valiant and heroic man named Theseus went into the labyrinth to slay the Minotaur and end the sacrifices. Ariadne fell madly in love with him and gave him a sword to kill the Minotaur and a ball of red thread so that he could find his way back out of the labyrinth and into the light. Ancient Greek myths were oral, so there are varying accounts of Theseus and Ariadne eloping after his success, or others where Ariadne's consort Dionysius, the Greek god of ritual madness and religious ecstasy, chases after her and pleads with him to return to him. Whichever way the story ends, the constant is that Ariadne's love and support changed the fate of so many who would have otherwise been lost to the labyrinth. She is a symbol of the hope, the divine assistance, and the step-by-step process we can take to move through a difficult time or to confront an injustice in our life. She helps Theseus because he's daring to end a pattern of madness. He's willing to do whatever needs to be done to stop the injustice. She gives him the tools to create his desired outcome. He is successful because of her, and she assists him because he acts with courage. Her message is that our courage is always in some way rewarded. When we seek to end an unnecessary pattern or routine that is no longer serving us, even though we initially created it in the effort to keep us safe, see guys? It can feel as insurmountable as facing a horned part man, part beast that lives in the dark maze inside of us, pure terror, fear. But the soul always wants our freedom. The divine is what liberates, not confines. It might feel like we can't find our way out of this situation, this maze, but we can. We can trust that the soul knows the way through, and the spiritual support is a given. Ariadne wants us to be brave so that she can fall in love with our actions. She is both a goddess and a human. She gets our fear, but she also knows just how much power we hold as well. Soul voice meditation. What allows me to feel supported while doing the inner work? What am I afraid of giving myself? My soul knows the way, and the only way out is through. Ariadne. Okay, lastly, I'm going to pull some Psychic Tarot Heart cards. Any guidance, anything that needs to come through, and then I'll pull some on the masculine energy as well. Sorry, I will pull some on the host of the feminine energy and the host of the masculine energy. But honestly, we may act out in different ways, but what I've noticed with my twin is that even if I'm someone who'd be like, don't go, stay, and he's the kind of person who'd go, but I've done so much, I need to go. Even if we're opposites in that way, the kind of pain we feel, the thoughts we have are exactly the same. It is like looking in the mirror, even though our actions may be the opposite. Our thoughts, our hurt, our feeling, everything that comes up is very different, even though our reaction may be different. So the energy and the feelings that come through for you are the feelings that are coming through for him as well. What you live out is very different. The love is always there. Sometimes illusion masks it, but it is always there. It is known about. Refusing to see. Simply love. Some fears about the love, fears about what will happen with the love, sacral chakra, creative energy, creation-based energy, sexual energy, blockage. Maybe you're refusing to see that this is an outlet of self-love as well, giving yourself everything here and now to attract to wholeness. Darkest fears, your fears coming out. Your fears, what can I lose? What will happen if I go down a certain road? Daydreams and decisions, illusions versus intuition. Refusing to see, simply love. It's maybe going down a certain path is just loving yourself, but you're not understanding that, and that's filtering into your masculine as well. You both are at the same stage. You energetically evolve together. Choose your battles. Choose your battles. Seek. When's it time to move? When is it not? Dreams coming true. Refusing to see. Your darkest fears inhibit you. Illusion versus intuition. Choose your battles, as in when you go forward and when you don't. Seek through your intuition. Your dreams are coming true. Simply love. A sort of creative or creation-based energy. What else? Clarity of belief. Okay, so this is supposed to provide some clarity of belief. Okay, can you get more specific for these feminines, please? Teach. Detach. Sadness and isolation. Get out of that energy. Get into a place where you feel like you're giving. Going through the twin flame journey, you guys were my biggest support group, even though I didn't get to talk to you guys. But just being there, knowing that my energy is being put out to help someone would heal me instantly. It would take me out of this place of sadness and isolation. It would bring forth this worth. It would help me detach. It would help remind me who I truly am. And it propelled me into being open to getting love in different ways, different forms. Of course, cutting it out if it doesn't match my vibration. But my willingness to do that, my love for myself, created that willingness to do that, and that is what brought in all this different abundance. And yes, it's the next level. Yes, I'm facing all of these illusions still today with my twin present, because he hosts some of them. But as I continue to hold on to all the training I've had when I was alone, I emerge, and he emerges, and he heals, and he grows more. It's painful. We trigger each other so much. We do. But it all works out. He knows that he's my twin. He actually brought it up before I did to him. It's really cool. Yeah, I have a lot of interesting stories about that, which could help you guys, but I think I'll wait till my video later today to do that. Crown chakra. Trusting what you truly know, who you are, a connection to the 5D, your unconditional self. Nurture, awaiting results. See, the more you nurture yourself, the more you be, the less you're in this waiting energy. See, although it seems like grounding yourself, it's also kind of shackles you. Here, look, the energy is around her crown. The purple energy, right? Nurture. Nurture. And a way to nurture yourself is to teach. It's to move forward with your mission work. What little things can I do? Opportunity beckons. Solar plexus. Confidence. Knowing that it's time. Knowing that you're ready. Just breathe. Believe in yourself. Any clear messages or clear steps that need to come through. Shine. The light striking her right inner solar plexus. Confidence. Sun energy.